The policy I am covering is Missouri Amendment 3, Redistricting Process and Criteria, Lobbying and Campaign Finance Amendment from 2020. This policy has officially passed with a 51.02% vote in favor of it. The main purpose of this amendment was to repeal Missouri Amendment 1, Lobbying, Campaign Finance, and Redistricting Initiative, which implemented a nonpartisan demographer to redraw voting districts, as well as placing campaign contribution limits and limiting gifts to officials by paid lobbyists. Missouri Amendment 3 further limited the campaign contribution limits and completely banned gifts to officials by paid lobbyists. This is the good news. However, Amendment 3 removed the nonpartisan demographer and re-implemented the bipartisan district commission, which was in place before. The new commission is made up of 5 Republicans and 5 Democrats and is appointed by the Senate and House of Missouri. The people most affected by this are the Republican representatives who might have been put out of power by the 2018 Amendment 1, as well as Missouri voters, whose vote value will be determined by the redistricting process. Many Republican representatives, as well as 2 farmers' unions and the Missouri Right to Life Pact, supported Amendment 3. These are all very conservative representatives and institutions. Those who opposed Amendment 3 were more than double the amount of representatives that supported it, and most of them were Democrat. The NAACP of St. Louis, the ACLU of Missouri, and many institutions such as Empower Missouri, Democracy for America, and Women and African American labor unions. So as you can tell, this was a very partisan issue. The main arguments supporting Amendment 3 were that it would decrease the chance of corruption due to the re-implementation of a larger committee as opposed to a single person, that Amendment 3 would restore power to rural Missouri that was lost with Amendment 1, and that it would keep districts more equal. The arguments against Amendment 3 were that it would increase possibility of gerrymandering and that it would discriminate against people of color, especially in the cities of Missouri. The main financial backers in support of Amendment 3 raised over $300,000, and most of that money came from the Missouri Farm Bureau Fund for Real Representation in Fair Missouri. And some of the money also came from the Missouri Right to Life PAC, Republicans of Pike County, the Missouri Farm Bureau Federation State PAC, Don't Tread on Missouri PAC, Missouri Federation of College Republicans, and Northwest Missouri Conservatives PAC. Those against Amendment 3 raised over $7 million, most of which came from Clean Missouri, but this also included the National Education Association, Action Now Initiative, North Fund, Open Society, and the Strategic Victory Fund. This amendment was the alternative variation of Amendment 1, which passed in 2018. While Amendment 3 kept many of the standards for fairness that Amendment 1 proposed, it removed the expert advice of a demographer from the process of redistricting. As it was opposed so universally by voter fairness institutions, women's and people of color groups, and institutions like the ACLU, it is likely that Amendment 3 is little more than an attempt to allow further gerrymandering and voter suppression to keep the rural supported GOP in power in Missouri. The possible next steps for this include getting in contact with Clean Missouri to do some advocacy. Clean Missouri led the charge on passing Amendment 1 and raised a lot of money to try and stop Amendment 3 from passing. So the best thing to do would be to get into contact with Clean Missouri, do some advocacy, and try to get them to run another campaign like they did with Amendment 1.